longest war, Japanese holdouts across the Pacific. World War II officially ended on September 2, 1945, but for some Japanese soldiers scattered across remote Pacific islands, that date might as well have been fiction. In the eyes of these holdouts, the absence of direct orders and deep cultural taboos against surrender made it unthinkable to lay down arms. Whether hidden in caves, camouflaged in the undergrowth, or surviving on local flora and fauna, these men continued a war that the world had already left behind. One of the earliest known holdouts was Private Teruo Nakamura, discovered on Morotai in Indonesia in 1974. The same year Hiroo Onoda was found in the Philippines. Nakamura from Taiwan, then under Japanese rule, remained isolated for nearly 3 decades. Living in a makeshift hut, he survived by planting vegetables and hunting, consistently evading contact with outsiders. Local fishermen or patrols might spot fleeting silhouettes in the brush, but direct confrontation often escalated into skirmishes, as many holdouts believed any approach signaled an enemy trap. For these soldiers, the war's ethos was simple: surrender equaled disgrace. Propaganda circulated by Imperial Japan warned that Allied forces would torture or murder captured troops. This fear, combined with personal pride and Bushido loyalty, caused many to choose a solitary, dangerous existence rather than risk captivity. Handbills dropped from planes, radio broadcasts, and even families' recorded messages were dismissed as cunning ploys. The crux of their skepticism lay in unwavering orders: fight until you're told otherwise. In some cases, entire squads stuck together for years. One story involved a group in Guam who continued to harass U.S. soldiers and local populations well into the 1950s. As members died from disease or firefights, the survivors pressed on, seeing each death as further evidence that the war raged unabated. A few lucky holdouts stumbled upon traveling missionaries or adventurous civilians who gradually persuaded them to rejoin the post-war reality. When holdouts were finally convinced to surrender, they discovered a drastically changed homeland. Japan was no longer an empire forging conquests across Asia. Instead, it had adopted a pacifist constitution under American occupation, launched an economic miracle, and embraced Western culture. For returning soldiers, everything from skyscrapers to transistor radios was unimaginable compared to the rubble-strewn streets and militaristic fervor they recalled. Some felt alienated, while others strove to assimilate, albeit with difficulty. The phenomenon of Japanese holdouts underscores how warfare transcends battles and treaties. It becomes ingrained in soldiers' identities, especially when honor and obedience are paramount. For them, the act of laying down arms demanded not just official proof, but a profound shift in belief. A mental liberation as daunting as the physical hardships they had endured. Their existence long after the formal surrender exemplifies the destructive power of militaristic indoctrination, yet also testifies to human resilience in the harshest conditions. Though often portrayed as relics of a bygone conflict, these men's extended fights remain a stark reminder. A war's echoes can linger far beyond ceasefires, living within those who refuse to abandon the cause they once swore to uphold. Their stories serve as cautionary tales about how unwavering devotion, left unexamined, can become both a shield and a trap. Subscribe to Legends of the Battlefield for deeper explorations of how warfare shapes and reshapes human destiny.